Well, I thought, Aaron, I would talk a little bit today about a matter that's of passionate interest to a lot of the people who are here at CMA, particularly students and alumni at Kings Point, our United States Merchant Marine Academy, which, as you know, is located right here in the New York area. Kings Point was set up during it is the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, of course. It was set up during the Second World War to train seafarers, and it has become a very important part of the maritime education system of our country, and indeed of the world. The cadets, particularly those with engineering degrees, those with maritime science degrees, graduate from Kings Point, and they fill a lot of functions and have risen to very high positions, many of them, in the maritime industry. And there are many of them here in Stamford this week. Merchant Marine Academy is administered by the United States Maritime Administration. Sadly, in recent months, it has become clear that the government of the United States has less than a complete commitment to Kings Point. We hear that, notwithstanding these suspicions, that Congress and the Maritime Administration, which is part of the Department of Transportation, are indeed funding Kings Point. But the evidence is that something different is happening. Their training ship has been removed and transferred to Texas Maritime in Galveston. GMATS, G-M-A-T-S, which is the Graduate Maritime Training School, which is basically an adult training and education program, I should say, has been abolished. They have pulled the plug on that. The uncertainty that surrounds, or at least seems to surround, the future of Kings Point has gotten the alumni very concerned, a large number of alumni. I must add, I'm not one of them. But as somebody who's been in the maritime industry for about 43 years now, I do not like to see the continued decline of the U.S. flag merchant marine. There is a need to revitalize the U.S. flag merchant marine, much of which is restricted now to coastwise trade and to trade on our rivers, barge and tug and the like. The Maritime Administration itself has lost more and more personnel and does not have very much credibility under its present leadership, I'm sorry to say. We've had a number of U.S. government officials here in the last couple of days, and there have been discussions ongoing here, as there are elsewhere, in what can be done to revitalize what we call MARAD. First of all, it does need new leadership. Secondly, it needs a more clearly defined mission. What it does. We need dredging, we need aids to navigation, we need support for the U.S. Merchant Marine, which in my opinion means reviving Title 11 loan guarantees for the construction of ships in this country, crewed by Americans, flying the U.S. flag. This support is not forthcoming. What has happened is that the present Maritime Administrator has issued a report basically condemning the excessive cost of U.S. flag shipping. This notwithstanding the fact that, for example, my job is with a foreign flag, the Marshall Islands Ship Registry. The Marshall Islands Ship Registry employs numerous American people on its ships. These ships, of course, are owned by many companies. We find that American seafarers can still get jobs on foreign flag ships. In fact, not still, they do get jobs on foreign flag ships. They are not restricted to U.S. shipping at all. They can sail on ships registered in Panama, Liberia, the Marshall Islands, the Bahamas, anywhere you want. And they are certainly, in terms of their wages, competitive with seafarers, particularly officers from other countries. The fact that shipping is below the radar screen and seemingly invisible to our leadership in Washington is really nothing short of a disgrace. The way that Kings Point, the Merchant Marine Academy, is being treated is extremely depressing to those of us who want to see a revitalization of our merchant marine. Many of us, including people like myself, believe that our merchant marine can be strengthened and that it can, to a considerable degree, be revived. And I hope that organizations like Tradewinds will focus on the U.S. merchant marine and remember that there is more than just foreign shipping, foreign owners to shipping. Shipping is an integral part of our national economy. Our exports are vital, our imports are vital, and the training of our young people like these cadets that are standing right behind you is absolutely essential. Education is a key to that.